regularly.
Rose passes to Thompson. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Cousins with a screen on Rose. Paul with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Paul missing again.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here. Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
New York calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. It's Thompson off the drive. Anthony on the wing. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Paul dishes to Durant. Fires the three. Another three for Chicago.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Now here's Paul. All alone. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Durant drawing the double team. Pass to Paul. Paul missing again.
Boy, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it. Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
He kicks it to Durant. Cousins with a screen on Griffin. Durant. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
And New York making a change here. Conley's checked in. Morris Diaz checked in for Chicago. Lawson comes in for Chris Paul. New York calls timeout.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Some changes for Chicago. Hardaway comes in for Gill. And it's Paul in for Ty Lawson. The three from Anthony. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Jacks up a three. And Chris Paul hits from deep. Paul's got 13.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow him down.
New York, no good that time either.
That's look out, man!
Oh, rim is shaking.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Thompson from long range. And that one's good. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Durant for 3. It's rebounded by New York. Griffin's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Shot's good. Thompson's got 9.
Easy little jump shot for him right there, guys.
Now here's Durant. 24 points for him. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Gortat's checked in for Jordan. Saul comes in for Blake Griffin. Wiggins is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Beal subbed in for Klay Thompson.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Chicago leading by 23. The wide open look for Durant. Good, and it's Dia with the assist that time.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Durant with the wide open look. Another 3 for Chicago.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Paul kicks to Cousins. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over him.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
It's his first trip to the line.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Hardaway for 3. That's good. Hardaway has got 8.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. New York with the ball. Nene is out there with Dang. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Green in the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now. Hill has the open look. A quick shot there, and it's off target. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, the league seems pretty serious about creating more parity between the teams. A big sign of that was the last CBA, where the NBA more than tripled the amount of revenue sharing between the big market and the small market teams. The little guys, I think, are in a much better position now than they were a few years ago.
And New York making a change here. Rose is checked in. Now here is Hill. Again missing Hill. Here's Wiggins. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 4 assists in the game.
The defense pretty much helpless there, stopping that layup. I think too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Rose against Lawson. Shot clock at 6. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
That's just a flat frustration foul right there.
Boy, down like they are, he just took it out on his opponent. I mean, you've got to keep your composure. I don't think that was one of his best moments.
Catching up on the changes for New York. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nene. Griffin comes in for Luol Deng. Carmelo Anthony is checked in for Gerald Green. And it's Thompson in for Wiggins. And Durant gets it to go.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seed. That's perfection to me.
Jordan trying to free himself up. Rose, no good. For 3, Durant. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And Bogut slams it in.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfectly at home right there.
Now, sometimes he can climb those, so I'm glad to see him get that one down.
Looking at the game Rose has been having, 10 points and 4 assists.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Chicago?
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And another thing that's obviously helped them here, guys, is how hot they've been from the three-point line. They've been on fire.
Boris Diaz checked in for Chicago. Here's Scott. Again, Chicago.
A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. And it's 13 points for Derrick Rose. Lawson's against Rose. Here's Durant. Here's Diaw. Right side Durant. Three-pointer. Good. Durant's got 41.
Man, they are spreading the floor and letting it fly, really knocking it down from outside.
And I love that gunslinger's mentality, Steve. Playing to win as opposed to playing it safe. I call it prevent offense when you try to protect the lead. Let it fly, let it fly, let it fly.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And, Steve, they did it in style, a beat down the entire way.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
I agree, Steve, and this is a game where the defense, Clark Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created extra possessions for them too, Kevin. Scoring opportunities they cashed in on, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory tonight.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Kevin Durant. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 18 points for Rose. Scott with a screen on Rose. Lawson outside. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on them.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
So New York ends up going with the new group. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Patterson, he's checked in for Mike Scott. Butler comes in for Kevin Durant. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Gill. And George Hill's subbed in for Ty Lawson.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter, work it good, and they might as well milk it while they're hot.
Hardaway for three. Now here's Dang. A step back shot here. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Clark,